Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today we're going to be talking about the New England Patriots potentially signing Stefon Diggs. Today was reported by Bleacher Report and other sources that Stefon Diggs had a visit with the New England Patriots, which is Stefon Diggs' first visit this offseason. The four-time Pro Bowl and one all-time Pro who has faced this Patriots team a lot, being in the same division with the Bills for a total of 4 seasons. Also, with the Texans this year, had a really good game in New England. He could be ending, he could end up being a New England Patriot. Look, they need to add in a wide receiver to the wide receiver room. If you ask me, Stefon Diggs could be a really good addition to this wide receiver room. And look, you could potentially end up drafting Travis Hunter 4th overall, which would be great. And then, Travis Hunter would likely be a wide receiver that, Drake May would throw the football to. And, if you sign Stefon Diggs, then, Drake May, second-year guy who didn't have a lot of talent at the wide receiver position last year, having Kendrick Bourne and Damari Douglas. I really like Douglas, but it's not. I think he's a great wide receiver. I just don't think he's a number one. I think Douglas is a guy who's you expect to be a wide receiver 2, a wide receiver 3, not a 1. So if you see Drake May potentially with Travis Hunter and Stefon Diggs and Douglas next season, Hunter Henry at tight end, a very improved defense that the Patriots have spent a lot of money on this offseason, with improving the defense and the offensive line as well. I think you could see Drake May and the Patriots have a similar season to what we saw the Houston Texans have in 2023 or what the Commanders had in 2024, because it's very similar situations. I mean, both both the Texans and Commanders both had very young quarterbacks in their years, and not only that, but both had a lot of money to spend in their off seasons with the Commanders last year, and then the Texans the year before, and brought in a lot of pieces, just like New England did this off season, and all had great draft picks. I just think that New England could be last year's Commanders or 2023's Houston Texans. I don't know if they'll be as good as the Texans were in 2023 or as good as the 2024 Commanders were, bouncing back from their bad seasons. But I think the Patriots can turn into, being a 4-win team last year to turning into maybe 8 or 9 win improvement, to 8 or 9 win team this year, and that would be great for them. And to add in Stefon Diggs would be great. He had 500 receiving yards and 3 receiving touchdowns in 8 games last year, where he also had a total of 1 rushing touchdown as well. Also, obviously, had a tough torn ACL, but put up good numbers in 8 games before his injury. Even had 1,200 receiving yards in 17 games with the Bills as a Pro Bowler in 2023 with 8 receiving touchdowns. 2022 with Buffalo, almost 1,500 receiving yards and 11 receiving touchdowns. 2020 in Buffalo, he had a great year, 1,500 receiving yards and 8 receiving touchdowns in his first year at Buffalo. So, he's not as good as he was in his first years in Buffalo or some of the seasons in Minnesota, but he's still a good wide receiver, I think, to have. So I think this would be a great addition for the New England Patriots. As a Texans fan, I'd hate to see the Texans lose Stefon Diggs, but I think it's kind of inevitable at this point. And so, but I think this would be a good addition for the Patriots. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and peace out.